Good morning, everyone. I'm the regulator from the Securities Commission, Malaysia. Today, we're discussing two critical governance issues. First, auditor independence, especially after the AOB's first exit of Chenco PLT, which triggered over 30 listed companies to switch auditors within weeks. Second, board competency in artificial intelligence, a new proposal in our December 2025 discussion paper. To help us explore this issue, I've invited four distinguished panel members. Let me introduce them briefly. First, our CEO, representing the management perspective on financial reporting pressures and ethical challenges. Next, our audit committee chair, an independent director responsible for overseeing auditor independence and financial reporting integrity. Third, our external auditor, an audit partner from KPMG who has first-hand experience with the SEBA dynamic case. Finally, our investor, representing institutional shareholders who rely on credible financial statements and sound AI governance. Thank you all for joining. Chair, let's start with the Chenco case. Could you tell us how your company, which I believe was a Chenco client, responded?
Okay, thank you. Yes, we had used Chenco for 6 years. When the ABO suspended, we had only 2 months to find a new auditor. The experience taught us the 3 things about auditor independence. The first, auditor tenure. A long relationship creates familiarity trait. Research shows after 10 years with the same auditor, the chance of identifying material misstatement drops significantly. Second, non-audit fees. If the auditor also provides consulting, objectivity can be impaired. Our new auditor now has a cap. Non-audit fees cannot exceed 30% of the audit fees. Third, audit commit effectiveness. We now formally assess independence every quarter and disclose everything in the annual report. The biggest change after the switch, auditor produce became much stricter, especially around revenue recognition and related part transaction.
Do you think current rules are sufficient?
Not yet. We only require partner rotation every 5 years, but the EU mandates firm rotation every 10 to 20 years without mandatory foreign rotation, and familiarity trait remain.
Well, I'm an audit partner from KPMG. The chair is right. The server dynamic case shows the same threats. Management pressured us to remove a key qualification. We resigned. And they hired a smaller firm which later flagged serious issues. From my perspective, Malaysia's rules are weaker than global best practice. The EU mandates mandatory audit firm rotation every 10 to 20 years. Malaysia only requires partner rotation. Also, the EU capped non-audit fees at 70% of the audit fee. Malaysia has no such cap.
So can ASIS recent reforms solve these problems?
Partially, the new rule requires disclosing the selection process and formal tender. That's good. But without mandatory firm rotation, large clients can still say switching costs are too high and pressure us.
I understand the need for independence, but let me give you the management perspective. Many companies face intense pressure to meet earning targets. Some managers may be tempted to make false statements, inflating revenue, or hiding liabilities. But from an ethical standpoint, lying is always unacceptable. Regardless of the pressure, and money laundering is even worse. It's a crime not just an ethical failure.
But your company, did anything really change after switching auditors?
Yes, the new auditor is much more thorough. We support assist tendering proposal. Transparency helps good companies, but mandatory firm rotation will raise costs. We suggest allowing long tenure with stronger disclosure instead.
As an investor, I fear two things most, which is financial fraud and companies using AI as a black box with no one accountable. On auditor independence, I welcome SC's proposals, especially requiring companies to disclose how audit committees assess independence and mandating formal tenders, but without firm rotation, I still worry.
Feedback. Our discussion paper is open for consultation. We are also aligning with global standards. IASBA and IAASB issued updated independence rules in 2025, and ESMA now expects audit committees to clearly document non-audit service approvals. Now to the second reform, board competency in AI. Our discussion paper proposes digital-intensive sectors, finance, technology, ensure boards have AI and data governance skills, either by appointing tech directors or using external advisors.
We will add AI governance to our skills matrix and hire an external AI advisor, but internal audit needs training.
And globally, the bar is rising. The EU AI Act makes director personally liable for AI risks. The OECD's 2026 due diligence guidance assigns AI oversight to the board. KPMG and the INSEAD data shows nearly 75% of global boards have only moderate or limited AI expertise. Malaysia's gap is even larger.
That's why SC's flexible approach, hire tech directors or use advisors, is more realistic.
But advisors don't have fiduciary duty. I want at least one board member who can challenge management on AI ethics.
One more point before we close, and this one's for all of you. We've covered auditor independence and board AI skills. But what about the audit committee's own expertise? Research shows that committee members with strong financial and accounting backgrounds significantly improve earnings quality. Chair, does your committee have enough technical depth to truly challenge management's estimates and the new auditor's judgments?
Fair questions. We currently have 2 members with accounting qualifications, but I will be honest, our data analytic and complex revenue recognition skills are still catching up. The auditors which force us to dig deeper into contracts terms and related party disclosure, and we realized our own training was overdue, so we're now adding a form competency assessment for all committee members every 2 years.
From the management side, I actually welcome more capable audit commit. They reduce back and forth disputes and speed up sign-off. But we need to be realistic. Qualified independent directors are scarce, especially for SMEs. Maybe a tiered approach, stricter requirements for large listed companies, lighter for smaller ones, would balance cost and quality.
Yeah, that's exactly one of the points we're consulting on. PwC's 2025 survey found only 35% of boards have integrated AI into oversight. Malaysia is not alone in this gap. And one thing is clear, for these reforms to work, they must become mandatory and enforceable, not just recommendations. Thank you all. SC will carefully review all feedback and push for real change. Real change requires collective efforts from regulators, boards, auditors, and investors. Thank you.